that I would like to talk about. I started by writing a little blog post on Everyone Here Is Lying. This is a thriller, and it follows a family whose daughter goes missing. And you know fairly early on in the plot that the dad has more information than he's letting on, and then the lies kind of seep out and cause a little bit of mayhem in the community. It's a really small town, little place, and this thriller is happening. So I'm writing about that. I'm also going to write about, I made a list, a couple other books that I've read recently. Lessons in Chemistry I read, and My Husband I read. So I'm going to write about those. And then there's a couple other blog ideas that I have that I might get a start on, but I don't know that I'll finish today. Either way, super chill. It's a little chilly here today, and so I'm going to make myself a drink, do some writing, and see where the day takes us. I know that this is very boring, but we are moving in the next month or so. And so I haven't done anything to this room because I knew that it was really temporary. At some point I will have a nice little decorated area. I have artwork sitting in a box over there that I need to get a frame for that I'm so excited to put up, but I just haven't wanted to put it up on these walls. These are rentals, and I didn't want to put things into walls that I knew I would have to take out very shortly. So that is it. That is what's going on, and it should be a good one. I have done a lot of reading lately, and some of it I haven't talked about on YouTube or on here, and figured the ones that I didn't talk about on YouTube I would do little posts on. So that is the plan. Maybe you'll, I don't know, pull up your laptop and write a blog post while you are watching this as well. Get those juices flowing. We'll see how it all plays out. I will go make myself a drink and get back to writing. Okay, 2 more books down. Got myself a Seamed Milk, and I did My Husband by Maud Ventura, which is being marketed as a fast-paced literary thriller, and that is what's on Storygraph, like when you look at the tags for what it is. And I would say that that's correct, but I would also say the way I've heard people talking about this book and the way the book actually is, they don't really match up. So when I heard people talking about this book, it's about a woman, and I don't think she's given a name in the entire book. I think she's just an unnamed woman, and she's married, she has 2 kids, and she's obsessed with her husband. But every time her husband does something that she considers wrong or annoying, she has kind of a punishment in place for him that he's not aware of, whether it's something small like she doesn't say goodnight to him or she doesn't kiss him goodbye or something like that. And when people were talking about this book, they talked about how it gets more and more sinister as it progresses. And I would say, yes, the punishments get more and more serious, but I don't know that I would call it sinister. It's not a thriller in the sense that everybody's in danger. It's a funny little book. It's a fast read. I enjoyed it enough, but I think my expectations for what it was and what my expectations for it and what it actually was didn't align, because I don't think people were talking about it correctly. And that could just be that's the way it was marketed, and people were just reading the back of the book or reading a little blurb from somewhere. But there was a little bit of a disconnect for me. Either way, still a decent enough book. And then I also read, finally, Lessons in Chemistry by Bonnie Garmis. I loved this book so much. It was just really, really well written. It follows Elizabeth Zott, and she's a chemist. It's the 1950s, so it's not the most welcoming world for her to be in, and she really has to fight to be able to have her work looked at and respected. And then through different circumstances, her path takes a lot of twists and turns. She ends up hosting a cooking show that becomes really popular, and she's able to kind of include her chemistry in this cooking show that is being broadcast and marketed towards the average homemaker, essentially, is what it's for. But her story is incredible, and her cast of characters around her, it was just really well done, and I had a great time reading it. It's definitely, it's not a light read, but it's an easy read, I think is what I would say. I flew through it, but the content, there is certainly some heavier topics in there in the book, but the writer was able to create a story that it was so readable. It was a page turner, and it just in terms of its page turning, it reminded me a lot of Yellowface by R.F. Kuang, because I didn't really want to put that book down. And it was the same with Lessons in Chemistry. I just wanted to keep reading it. It had a real readability to it that I absolutely loved. So if you haven't read Lessons by Chemistry because you're concerned about the hype, don't be. It's spectacular. I really, really loved it. So those are the 2 blog posts I've just done. So I've done 3 so far, which is nice. I have a couple ideas for a few more that I might get to. I need to take a couple pictures to add to the blog posts. But I think first, my husband and I are going to have lunch. He has a meeting, so we're going to have lunch before he has his meeting. And I will be back after to come up with the game plan. How's your blog post going? Have you done any writing while you've been watching this? If you have, let me know what you're doing, and we can bond over blogging, whether it's successful or unsuccessful. I just do it for kicks. So there you have it. I'm going to finish this and have some lunch, and I will be back. We're back. Back in business. Took a break, had some lunch, and now let's finish out these blog posts. So I've done the 3 book reviews. I have started reading the Booker Prize long list, and I'm going to write my thoughts on the couple of books that I've finished for that, but that'll be part of a larger post that goes out at a different time. And then I think I'm also going to do a post about why I DNF books. What causes me to stop reading a book. Yeah, those are the last 2 things I have left. And we shall see where that takes us. Got a bunch of windows open. It's my husband's computer. Anyways, okay. Let's finish these blog posts up, and then I will get them scheduled to start posting. Okay, we're done. Calling it. 4 blog posts, 3 book reviews, 1 post I'm getting started, like I said, on talking about the Booker Prize long list. But yeah, I would say that's a pretty good day. I'm going to finish up by getting pictures attached to them and then get them scheduled to go out. So there you have it. That's a super easy little book blog. I hope you enjoyed. And if you're still here, maybe hit that subscribe button. I appreciate it. And I will see you in the next one. Bye.